Hi there, I'm the Fan of Fame. Welcome to Dragon Age 2, Episode 4. Okay, we have a few things to do now. We need to find Anders. Just not yet. We have quite a few rumours, but I don't think we can actually do anything with those right now. We do need to go to Gamlen's house as well. So we might as well do that before anything else, really. Yeah. And then we can go looking for Anders. Oh, we also need to go to Aveline's quest on Sundermount as well, so that's not bad. What was that one? That was Darktown. We'll be doing that when we go looking for Anders then. That's fine. Okay. Well, let's get out of here and over to Gamlen's then.
What's your issue now, little hawk?
Don't call... Just don't, alright? You're looking for fodder for your stories.
Do you think you're that interesting?
I have enough trouble being overshadowed as it is. I don't need to get caught under an imaginary me, too.
Don't you worry. I'm not in the business of lullabies or children's stories.
Wow. Wow. They really don't like each other, do they? That is terrible. Okay. Oh, you know what? We can speak with you.
You heard about that deep roads expedition. They say anyone who goes down there is going to be rich.
I heard they're all underground.
You don't think they'll
in the
need
deep
drinks
roads
served
or
down
something.
there?
Hun, no, I don't think they'll need drinks served down in the deep roads.
I think I might.
Okay, drunk
You
patient?
work here, right? I'll get more of that ale.
Yeah, no, we don't work here, man. We do not. Okay. Can't speak to any of these.
I
Can
noticed
speak
some
to
notes
you.
on the table the other day. Interesting work you got there.
I'm doing a little writing.
What's a speed griffin? Do they zip around Thedas, terrorizing Darkspawn with their lightning reflexes? Speed griffin. Good one.
Okay. So, don't know why he's here except to belittle the bartender. Not exactly a nice guy there.
Welcome to the Hanged Man.
Okay, so we can ask this guy about news. Maybe he'll give us more rumours or something.
What's the word on the street?
There's an expedition heading to the deep roads, and every sword and his dog wants in on it.
Well, I know about that one. Anything interesting and useful?
Any other news?
You saw the shipwrecked Kunari. There was a man in here who swears he saw the whole thing happen. Apparently, the Dreadnought was fighting another ship before they both crashed on the reef.
Ooh, really? Well, what else?
Any other news?
You ever met the Viscount Dumas? The man doesn't use his head for anything but storage for fancy hats.
Okay, so none of this is actually interesting news.
Any other news?
I hear rumours of a healer in Darktown who's looking after the sick. For free. Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that. Okay, anything else?
Any other news?
The craziest thing. Apparently, the pigeon population has taken a nosedive in Ferelden. Weird, huh? What kind of sick individual preys on those innocent things?
Innocent. That's an interesting point of view. I'm sure from her perspective they are not innocent. Not at all. Nice to hear Shayla's doing well.
Any other news?
Apparently, the Kunari are just waiting for a ship to take them back to Parvolan. Hope it comes soon.
So yeah, we've just heard news about Anders and technically Isabella. Okay.
Thanks. I should go.
Anytime.
Hey,
Just,
Nora,
you know, just
you and
kind of telling me
my
that
room
something might be
upstairs.
coming. Something might be happening eventually.
If you were the last
But okay, broken bone and injury kit.
in the free march.
Nice. And that is all junk, isn't it? In fact, Stalker's boar hides. I can't even use those. That's dexterity is too much for me. I guess I'll just move it to junk. Yeah, might as well. And no one else can use those armors anyway, so might as well. And yeah, we've got some more junk. So hopefully we'll be able to sell that and maybe get the upgrade for Aveline. That'll be nice. Oh, it's the door. I keep thinking there's something that I need to interact with above my head, but it's just telling me where the entrance and exit is. Okay, what about you? Can you...
I love this place. Don't you love this place?
Well, that's lovely. Okay, let's get out of here. Into Lowtown proper, because we need to get to Gamlen's house. Okay.
Did you approve my application?
I can't make you a guard carver.
We were both soldiers. Why won't they take me?
I was an officer, and I follow orders.
No, you don't.
I also think of others before myself. You seem tired of that, and that's dangerous.
Just when it's not my choice. You told them not to take me, didn't you?
Yes.
Aveline. That's not helping. At least if he was a member of the guard, you could whip him into shape. Now he's just going to whinge forever. Because he's not being given any opportunities to better himself. Oh well. Poor Carver. Nobody seems to want to listen to him. Is that enough? Is that enough? That is enough. Okay, good. There we go. Don't say I never give you anything, Aveline, because that's all of my money gone. I have 1 gold, 1 silver, and 41 copper left. Oh dear. Let's hope. Let's hope that this actually does give me more coin then. Really hope it does. Alright, let's get over to Gamlen's house.
You could do worse, Hawke. It's a roof.
It is a roof. Yeah, who says I was complaining about this hovel? Who says I was complaining, Aveline? Okay. Ah, such a good boy. Okay, letters. Need to check the desk in my house for correspondence.
Ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
I'm still their daughter, their eldest.
Does it matter that you're the eldest? Or does it only matter to you? Who knows? Okay, I suppose we'll speak with Mother. Why not?
My children have been in servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
I don't think her marriage to Malcolm Hawke was actually acknowledged by her parents, so I don't think any of her children would be nobility, technically. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. They need to be acknowledged to be up for, you know, the titles and stuff. And we weren't. Not really. Not as far as we know, anyway. I suppose for Hawke to get to where she does later on in the game, they must have been. But as far as we know right now, we shouldn't have been. Different country, mother eloped. And with an apostate too. Highly, highly doubtful. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to side with my mother here. I'm not sure if I want to side with her. We are slightly more antagonistic and less willing to listen to Mother than anyone else. But you know what? No, let's give in to some frustration with Gamlen. Let's just do that. She's right. It was a year of servitude. Even if that was the only thing he could possibly have done to get us into the city, that would still... It would still have caused frustration, wouldn't it? So let's go with that one.
Why was nothing set aside for us, Uncle?
Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Launcey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
I can understand that. At least it went into the vault and he actually kept it. Now let's investigate though. So what exactly did it say? Yeah.
Did Grandfather mention Mother in his will at all?
Our father died when you were still in Pinafores, girl. You can hardly expect me to remember.
Oh, of course not. Why should you do something reasonable?
I mean, as much as we are kind of piling on Gamlen right now, he has done many things that were reasonable, at least in regards to us. Getting us into the city, for example, he didn't have to come to the gallows to see us. He could have ignored it. And we would have been forced to go back to Ferelden or somewhere else because we wouldn't have been able to get into the city. He didn't have to come to see us. He didn't have to get us into the city. And he doesn't have to put us up in his home either. As much as this is framed as a Gamlen's incredibly irresponsible and he doesn't care about his family or anything like that, the opposite is very clearly true. He might be irresponsible with money, but he really does care for his family. He only knows Leandra. He doesn't know the kids. But he's still happy to put up all of you in this very small house. Anyway, yeah, tell us about the family.
I know the Amels were nobility, Mother, but not much else. Why don't you ever talk about them?
The Amels have been a noble family in Kirkwall since Garahel drove out the Fourth Blight. But we've always carried magic in our blood. It's been a stain on our lineage. No family of good standing would ever marry into a line with magic. When I chose your father, I was bringing more magic into our line, not less. I think that's what hurt my parents the most.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. Just having magic in the family makes you unmarriable. And yet someone was going to marry her. They were going to marry her. They were going to take that risk. But she ran off with an apostate anyway. I can see how her parents might be really angry with that. That's really irresponsible, Mother. Very irresponsible. But the heart wants what the heart wants. Okay. Okay, a reasonable explanation gets you a reasonable response, I think. We're going to go back to a more diplomatic way of looking at things here. We don't want him to dig his heels in. We want him to give her the will, so let's just go with the diplomatic one.
Please, Uncle. We have a right to see it for ourselves.
Maybe so. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
What daft bastard leaves that behind?
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gamlen? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
Yeah, so he's just really stewing in his failures and his mistakes. That's depressing, Gamlen, but it is understandable, so yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, let's talk with Carver then. We might as well, while we're here.
Maker, what a mess. I want to make things better for Mother, but some of what Gamlen says, I'm having a hard time hating him. Playing caretaker for someone else's life. Stuck in their shadow. That's no way to live.
Something you need to say?
Look, if you want to join the fight over who lost the most, fine. But I never lived here. Mother even gave me her old key to try and stir something. But I didn't know Grandfather. Finding his will doesn't matter to me.
True, okay. I certainly don't want to go with that we owe it to Mother to try, despite the fact that that is the diplomatic option. I'm not sure if I want to go with the judgmental one either. We've got Varric, And Varric is definitely giving us the advantage that we need. He's getting us all the jobs that we need to get onto this expedition, so the advantage is covered. So I think, yeah, we'll go with the middle one just because it seems to be reaching out a hand to Carver, and that's what we need right now.
You want a connection? This is where we'll find it.
The once mighty Amels? A bunch of slavers are squatting on that dusty glory.
What have you heard?
Uncle's a chatty drunk. He was up to his neck and signed everything over. That's who has the estate. Apparently, the most extensive wine cellar in Kirkwall is now a slave highway from the Undercity. That's the family legacy.
That is the family legacy. Yeah. But we can always get rid of the slavers very easily. And yeah, the will could still be there. Well, no, you know what? We are appealing to him, aren't we? We're trying to get him to care about this. So let's just go with the sarcastic option here. Yeah, if that's the family legacy, then we can't let it continue like that. We can at least change it.
That sounds like an arrangement that needs to change.
And what if it does? We still aren't important enough to actually live in the place.
Baby steps, Carver.
All right, sister. If the key works, we'll clear the estate from the Undercity up.
Absolutely. Okay.
I don't know
So
if
we
this
are.
will help, but I do feel like hitting someone.
Well, good. Good. Well, good. Yeah, we didn't get any approval change there with Carver at all. We didn't get friendship or rivalry, which is surprising because I'm always reaping rivalry with Carver. But yeah, alright, I think that's probably the best outcome that we can get. We want him to feel like he belongs. We need to find him somewhere to belong. And maybe just helping him to reclaim a little slice of belonging in the Amel name would help, but probably not. But you never know. Let's talk with Gamlin. Why not?
Get out of my face!
Yeah.
Your mother's bad enough. I don't need you nagging me.
Yeah. And mother?
I always wanted to bring you children back to meet your grandparents. Now, I wish we'd stayed in Ferelden.
Well, okay. And Carver himself.
I'm with you, sister. For now.
There we go. We're getting the most support from Carver. That's just sad. Okay, and the writing desk. So, we have a couple of quests here. Bait and switch. Okay. A dwarf named Anso contacted the Red Iron looking for contract work. Wish I could take him up on it, but we've pressing business, so I recommended you. The dwarf pays well, so don't be a fool and miss out. Look for Anso in the Lowtown Bazaar at night if you're interested. Mirren. Oh, okay, definitely going to accept that. We need the jobs. Another letter from Mirren. Hawke, you were a pain in the ass to deal with, but a bloody talented one. If you get sick of being just another unemployed refugee in this shithole, maybe we can grab a drink. If there's any odd jobs my boys can't handle, I'll send them your way. You're welcome. Mirren. Awesome. The Black Emporium. Okay. You don't know who I am, but I've heard of you. I understand you might need items from my collection, as well as the means to obtain them. I do not extend this invitation to anyone, but you're not simply anyone, are you? Consider this an invitation to the Black Emporium. Enclosed are directions through the passages underneath the city, as is the charm to enter. If you give the charm to another, its permission will immediately be revoked, and the consequences will be unpleasant. Adieu, Xenon. Well, nice. Always nice to have the Black Emporium up. And duty. Okay, His Most Worthy Highness, Prince Sebastian Vale, has provided instructions for anyone brave and noble enough to attempt eradication of the rabble who dared attack his family. 3 groups of Flint Company mercenaries have been sighted in the Kirkwall vicinity. One group makes camp not far from the elves of the Sundermount mountain range. The second has been seeking information on the docks after nightfall. The third is far from the main road off the Wounded Coast. They are believed to have a small campsite well past any known landmarks. A princely award awaits whoever finds and defeats all these rogues. May the Maker guide you. Chanta Talitha. Okay. Is that what we picked off of the board, or is this just another way of making sure that we get Sebastian's quest? Who knows? Okay. Well, good to know anyway. Alright, so there should be nothing in my storage chest, yeah? Absolutely nothing, good. Ah, dog. Okay, let's see.
He wasn't like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields.
Yeah, he probably does. It's an animal. Yeah, we're gonna go with the excitable, cute option.
Come on. Let's play Fetch the Invisible Ball.
He just needs to get out more, don't you, boy?
He does, yeah. He might be useful, but I do worry for his safety. But then again, he's a Mabari war dog. He is a Mabari. I'm still gonna worry for his safety, though. Yeah, we're gonna be diplomatic. We're softer on the animals than we are on the people.
He's part of the family. I wouldn't want to lose him.
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlen, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with dog? Real easy to remember.
Okay, Hawke's dog. What do we want to call him? Let's call him Sparrow. Mainly because it's Fable 2, and Sparrow's very, very loyal dog. So, yeah. We'll just go with that. Alright. That very, very loyal dog that I always wish to get back. I could bring people back, yes, but I could bring my dog back, and that's more important to me. Okay, mirror. What do we have? Okay, so this is the appearance change mirror that is going to be in Hawke's mansion and here. So it's just so that we can change our appearance without having to go to the Black Emporium. But yeah, that's... If I need to change my appearance for RP reasons, then I can just do it here rather than zipping off. But I will be going to the Black Emporium at some point. I do want to go there. So, yeah. Let's have a look at special deliveries then. So, tomes. We've gotten a tome. Tome of the Mortal Vessel for an attribute point. Tome of Technique gives you other things. What was it? I think it was the Immortal Vessel one that we get here. Oh dear, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, Greater Tome of the Mortal Vessel. So it'll give Molly 1 or more point on attributes. Okay. Lothering's Lament is a tome of things not lost. And the Far Cliffs of Kirkwall are all tomes. Okay, well let's see what we can actually get in our inventory. All of it? Awesome. Okay. Right. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of stuff. Let's put that in the storage chest. Okay. Nope, it wasn't in junk, so it must be codexes. Brilliant. Okay. The Far Cliffs of Kirkwall. It's just a book of poems. Okay. Adder of Antiva. These brightly painted bows are prized possessions among the Antivan pirates. A rain of arrows can clear the deck of an approaching ship and light fire to its sails. Apostate's Courage. Among the Magi, some still whisper of Caleth the Renegade. Seeking freedom from beneath the Templar's heel, he fled the Chantry with a cabal of his most loyal acolytes. They reached the mountains before the winter squalls and lived there as free men for one glorious season. The spring thaws brought a vast mercenary army, however, paid for and led by the Templar Order. Wanting to avoid bloodshed, Caleth and his acolytes surrendered peaceably and allowed themselves to be made tranquil. Oh, that's sad. Of course they were made tranquil. Well, at least they weren't slaughtered. At least they weren't slaughtered. At Ring of Resilience, this faceted iron ring pulses with a mysterious energy. As the beating of your heart increases, so does the intensity of its glow. Seeker's Bulwark. Emblazoned with the symbols of the Chantry Templars and greatly scarred from use, this large iron shield bears an unseen weight. It's been warded against magic to better protect the Seekers who wield it in the pursuit of apostate mages. And the might of the Sten. This heavy kunari sword is exquisitely balanced. Although no nicks mar the edge, the bloodstains on the leather grip suggest it's seen its share of battle. Very nice. So, Black Emporium. Yes, we can go there at some point. Duty as well. We'll get to those eventually. Bait and switch. So we can meet Anzo in the Lowtown Bazaar at night. We need to go to Darktown and look through the cellars. And still go to Sundermount for Aveline. And we still need to go and speak to Loreen in Lowtown. To look for Anders. Okay, let's get all of this together. The cardinal rules of magic. You must not be under the misimpression that magic is all-powerful. There are limits, and not even the greatest mages may overcome them. No one, for instance, has found any means of travelling either over great distances or small ones beyond putting one foot in front of the other. The immutable nature of the physical world prevents this. So no, you may not simply pop over to Minrathous to borrow a cup of sugar, nor may you magic the essay you forgot in the apprentice dormitory to your desk. You'll simply have to be prepared. Similarly, even when you send your mind into the Fade, your body remains behind. Only once has this barrier been overcome, and reputedly, the spell required 2/3 of the lyrium in the Tevinter Imperium, as well as the lifeblood of several hundred slaves. The results were utterly disastrous. Finally, life is finite. A truly great healer may bring someone back from the very precipice of death, when breath and heartbeat have ceased but the spirit still clings to life. But once the spirit has fled the body, it cannot be recalled. That is no failing of your skills or power, it is simple reality. From the lectures of First Enchanter Wenzelus. Wenzelus. Okay. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Can you actually do Fade Step here then? Is that a power that we can have? Fine. Let's level up. Abilities. Here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. I don't think we can. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, that tome, it was used immediately, apparently, so I have 2 points to put into something. What do I want to put it in? Let's put it into willpower and constitution. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Did I put all of the new stuff in there? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, so we've got a lot of stuff in here. Now, I will destroy, if I can, all of the stuff that isn't a major staff. Okay, and all the rest of those should be usable by mages. Okay. Yep, all of that should be usable by a mage. Ah, okay, these can be used by my companions. Okay. Improves with level up. Do I have to give them to them as soon as possible then? Or will it automatically adjust to what their level is? I might give some of these to some of the companions, but it'll be later. It'll be much, much later, depending on the stats. Because some of these stats are ridiculous. Okay, so all of the armors then. Let's have a look at these. So we can only use, we can only wear the robes of the Pretender and the Fugitive's Mantle at this point. Oh wow. Let's have a look at those. Oh, that's cool. That is nice. I like that one. Okay. And robes of the Pretender? Yeah, it's not bad. They're not bad. I don't look terrible. We don't look terrible. We're not going to wear them though. I just wanted to know what they look like. Unfortunately, we don't have the level requirements for these two and the dex requirement for that one. But yeah, later on in the game, I might just wear them. I can always switch out to my regular armor when we actually get into a fight and everything, but you know, it might be nice to have some new armors. Okay, I didn't realize that I would get 5 gold just from opening those boxes. That is kind of annoying, actually. Armors and weapons and things like that I'm happy to get, because I can destroy them and not get any money for it that I didn't want to get. But yeah. Oh well, never mind.
One scrubbing brush. Never used.
Yep. Okay, and the cheese.
I think this is the same cheese that was here a year ago.
Possibly. Possibly. I don't understand why though. If this is a hovel and he's had extra people to feed, why would the cheese still be there? Why?
I can't have Mother living in this hole. We've got to get out of here.
Don't be a snob, Hawke.
Looks like the dog's trying to tunnel his way out of this hovel. Can't blame him.
Yeah. Okay, and a note addressed to Gamlen. Gamlen Amel. Payment is now 2 months late, Sarah. Interest accrues, as you are well aware. You'll find yourself barred from our establishment unless payment is made. Think. No better card sharp or numbers runner in Kirkwall will deal with you. I certainly hope this matter is attended to before steps are taken. Let us avoid further unpleasantness. Gallard. Okay, Uncle, okay. Wasting what little coin you have on cards and bets and stuff like that. Of course you are. Okay, so just make sure that I don't actually have anything in my inventory. No, good. Yeah, no, we're good. I'm guessing those runes probably came from the storage chest as well. That is unfortunate. But never mind. Okay, let's get out of here. So, well, we only have 3 people, don't we? Where do we want to go now then? So, we can start off the quest for Anders. We could always do that one. And it is just speaking to Loreen. Yeah. I mean, we do have some Darktown stuff, but I don't want to do that right now. I'm pretty sure, because we'll be going for that later. And I do want to get the ambush site out of the way. Let's just go to Lowtown. Okay. And let's go.
What do you do, Aveline?
Speak with Loreen.
You know I'm a guard. Why are you asking?
I mean in your off-duty hours, for fun. You've heard of it, I hope.
These are my off-duty hours.
And the trend of you scaring the piss out of me continues.
It's not that bad, Varric. It's not that bad. She just is really into law and order, that's all. Okay, Carver. What can we give you? Willpower, yes. And he definitely needs some constitution. Definitely. Let's give him Scythe. That sounds really cool. Let's put her strength all the way up to 19. Throwing enemies back would be really good as well, but I think immunity to flanking is amazing. So yeah. Cunning. Yeah, you need lots more cunning. You are a rogue. And you should be cunning. You're Varric. Oh, you know. Against a stunned enemy, the rogue inflicts auto-critical hits. Let's go blindside so we can get that later. Yeah. That sounds amazing. Okay, people. Let's go to Ferelden Imports or whatever it was. Should be just in here. Yeah, Ferelden Imports, and that's it. Okay, so in here, there is now a chest over here. And this is unobtainable items fix. So the ones that you could no longer get because of a patch. I don't know how current that is. I don't know if they're still patched out. I assume they are because it still seems relevant on the Nexus. So I wouldn't say it was a cheat or anything, since they were items that you could get before the patches. But again, it's unlikely that I'm going to be using them. I just really wanted to see what was patched out. There were apparently some unique looking weapons and armors, so yeah, I wanted to see them. And if we do end up using any of them, well, you'll know because you'll be right here with me.
You again. What do you want?
Okay, so... yeah, no, I'm just looking for someone straight away.
I hear you know where I can find a Ferelden Grey Warden.
Only Ferelden Grey Warden I've heard of slew the Archdemon to save us all. Fat lot they care here. We're out of the Blight's path now. Why would you need a warden?
The healer was one of them once, wasn't he? A warden?
Well, he's not now, and busy enough without answering fool questions about it.
Okay, that's rough. That's very rough. But these are refugees. I need to be more careful with them, otherwise they'll clam up and I'll never get any information. So we'll stay diplomatic here.
Who are you protecting?
You see what our people face in Kirkwall. They have no jobs, no homes. Most can barely buy bread. This healer, he serves them without thought for coin. He's closed their wounds, delivered their children.
And yet he needs to hide.
He's a good man. I won't lose him to the blighted Templars.
Okay. So she's either okay with mages, or the fact that he's doing it for free means that it's okay that he's a mage. Yeah, let's go with this one. We're concerned about that slip of the tongue there.
You mean he's a mage?
Would I stick my neck out for some purveyor of hensbane and leeches?
I don't know you.
Perish the thought. Another delicate mage flower.
He doesn't want to be locked in the gallows just for using the gifts the Maker gave him.
That is true. Okay. This. So, this flirt option here was one of the restored dialogue mods. I have decided that I will probably be going for Fenris and not Anders, so I won't choose that one, but it's there in case anyone else wants to. I've added it here as just another option, you know. I'd rather have more options than less. Let's just go with number one. Yeah, I'm not going to be a problem for him.
Your healer is in no danger from me.
Right. Perfectly safe if he cooperates.
I suppose it isn't my secret to keep. Anders has certainly been free enough with his services. Refugees in Darktown know to find the healer, Look for the lit lantern. If you have need enough, Anders will be within.
I got 5 kids to feed. Where do I find
Well,
work?
that's a bit bad. If you're in dire straits and need healing, just head on down to Darktown, the most dangerous place ever. Works. It works. Okay. And the donation box. Let's just immediately donate those 5 sovereigns that we've gained from the DLC things. Yeah, I don't need it and I don't want it, so we'll just do that.
Where do I find work?
Hey, we heard you in there asking about the healer. We know what happens to mages in this town, and it ain't gonna happen to him.
Okay, again, more people sticking up for the mage. Why though? Why? Considering the anti-mage sentiment, this is more than a little surprising. But they are getting stuff from him for free, which is, I think, the deciding factor. I could ask Carver to do something, but I don't want this to end up as a fight, so yeah, I'm not a problem here. I'm also a mage. I'm not going to be stirring up trouble.
I'm as Ferelden as you. I won't harm your healer.
Ferelden? But your clothes. I figured you for a Kirkwaller, sorry. Make her bless the rule of our Queen Honora.
Indeed, indeed. Okay. Sweet. And we got some Carver friendship and Aveline friendship there. Very nice. Okay, so we've started off tranquility then. That will be... Alright, go to the clinic in Darktown where the Grey Warden is healing the poor. So I suppose we could start that one off. Why not? Yeah. Might as well get my next companion.
I don't like some of the people you've been associating with, Carver.
Talk to my sister. She's the one in charge.
Maybe, but I know you get around. This city's full of people who are dead set on ending badly. I don't want to see you end up the same way.
Would asking you to stop spying on me help in the least?
No.
Well, I mean, he might not be going this way if you'd have allowed him a job in the guard. Just saying. Then you wouldn't need to spy on him either, because he would be right there under your command, or at least working with you. And you'd have more of a say in what he's doing. But never mind, Aveline. Never mind. Okay. Well, alright. Quite a few quests. Alright, well, let's go to Darktown then. Okay. Yeah. And we've got some rubble immediately. With some gloves. Oh, you know what? They're better gloves than what I'm wearing. Yeah, just, but still. Better gloves than what I'm wearing. And we can get rid of the apostate's gloves. Let's move that to junk. Okay. Sweet. Alright. Which way? Okay, there's a few...
Going to have to do some shopping upstairs pretty soon.
There's a few things over here that we could go to first. Ah, yes, okay, so we'll be delivering some locks of a golden pool.
Darkspawn.
Can do that straight away.
Dark.
And nothing over here, okay. Can't even talk to the people. Yeah, okay, but we do have Tomwise as well. Let's deliver this thing
I'm surprised
first.
you still travel with this, Aveline.
Carver, don't.
You're ever so busy with the guardsmen. It must be a burden to slum with the refugees.
It's oddly comforting that you insult me like I'm family.
That wasn't... No, I didn't mean that.
I know. But you should be glad that's how I took it.
Yes, you should, Carver. You should. Don't talk to my Aveline like that. I will break your legs. Elven radicalist. Let's give him some looks.
You lost this somewhere.
A strange turn. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. The book found an appreciative owner. I can't believe that. We just nicked it from the chantry and then gave it to someone else, and that is our good deed, apparently. Unbelievable. But it got us some money, so why not? And Tom Wise, let's speak with you.
Tom Wise?
Huh? Oh, Hawke. Haven't seen you since Mirren hired me for that Red Iron job. Been a while. Heard you're going on some expedition into the Deep Roads, and right into Darkspawn territory. Sure that's wise?
Wise? No. It's, what we need to do, though. Yeah, we'll just stay diplomatic here.
It's a risk. But if we succeed, it'll be worth it.
Just watch your back. That's all I'm saying. Say, you still in the market for some poisons? The Red Iron's been scarce, and business has been a little slow. You find any rare reagents and want me to whip you up something, just let me know. In fact, since you're an old friend, here's a recipe. My speciality. Everyone needs an edge sometimes, right?
Right, okay. Debilitating poison. Sweet. Thank you. So, yeah, same again. We need to discover these things and then we just spend money to get them. I to inventory and then drag it onto the weapon. Okay. But we don't have any deep mushrooms, so... Yeah, it's nice that you've given me the recipe, but we can't do anything with it just yet. Alright. Oh.
Darkspawn is the real dark.
Yes, yes. Your life right now is absolutely worse than the Blight is.
I guess.
Oh, and fights. We have a fight. Mercenaries. Just mercenaries. Okay. What do we have here? I could increase all damage from all sources. Absolutely. Let's just hex him. Why not? And go for that one. You. No. Let's go for you and give him horror. That's it. Disable the ones further away. And give him some ice. And there we go. And let's help Carver now. Yep, and one left. No, two left. This guy just behind.
Remind me never to get on our bad side.
Nice.
Seems to be unhealthy.
It does seem to be unhealthy being on our bad side. It certainly does. Okay, mercenary archer, what do you have? 2 silver, 97 copper, a leather eye patch, and an injury kit. Sweet. Is that it? I don't suppose we can speak with you
Can
people?
we go home? Maybe Spawn left our house.
Yeah, maybe they did. Maybe they did. Do you really want to try and find out though? Okay, that ladder is actually going into a hole in the wall. Maybe that's where they're sleeping. Either that or it's a passageway, but I don't see another way through, so yeah. It's likely just... It's likely that that's just where people live down here. In the holes in the wall. Raised above the ground to try and stop people from getting to them, but still. It's quite bad. Okay, and what do we have here? Deathroot. Deathroot has been used in magic and potion making for centuries. It's a fragile looking plant with a thin stalk and purple flowers, which fruits once a year, developing bright red fleshy pods that cause disorientation and dizziness if ingested. There are 2 varieties. The more common Arcanist Deathroot was first found by Archon Hadrianus when he discovered it growing on several dead slaves. Oh my gosh. The other, Lunatic's death route, is most closely associated with the story of the courtesan Melusine, who sought revenge on a powerful magister and his family. She harvested the plant, baked it into small pies for the magister's banquet, and presented them to the magister at a banquet. All the guests were seized by terrifying hallucinations after eating the pies and tore each other to pieces. An excerpt from the Botanical Compendium by Ines Arancia, botanist. Oh my gosh. Wow. So, Deathroot originated in Tevinter then. I'm not surprised somehow. Definitely not surprised.
Where's Puddles? He should get some food too.
Oh, I don't know who Puddles is, but it's doubtful that they're still around. And that looks like it supposedly goes further down. Even though it doesn't. Okay. And yeah, there's nothing over there. Okay, Sister Plinth's remains. And someone called Danzig. Aren't you a fight? I'm pretty sure you're a fight.
Mind your manners. This is my territory.
You're not a fight. Okay, I thought you were.
Mind your manners. This is my territory.
I seem to remember fighting this guy because I definitely remember that awful hat. I definitely remember it. But I guess not. Okay, let's grab these remains then. And I suppose we might as well see what they say. The remains of a missionary sister who sought to bring the chant of light to the dark places of Kirkwall. The Chantry archivists are always looking to catalogue their lost on the memorial wall. Okay, well I guess I can always give that back. It's not a problem. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just pretend not to know that you're all evil. I guess. I'm pretty sure that those guys are slaves. I'm pretty sure. I guess I'm just coming down here too soon. Okay. Oh, there's a sack over there, but nothing over here. Rusty metal spoon and an injury kit. Why not? Okay. And nothing here, unfortunately. But we do have Kirkwall's Darktown. Okay, Darktown was once a mine controlled by the Tevinter Imperium. Once exhausted, the mine shafts were extended under the city to dispose of sewage from Kirkwall's overcrowded population of slaves. Unsurprisingly, the tunnels became a refuge for those fleeing captivity. A similar trend continues today. The Undercity, as some call it, is home to the diseased, the insane, to criminals, and even the dead. Unwanted corpses are often discarded down here by murderers and lazy undertakers. Oh my gosh, lazy undertakers, that's horrendous. Darktown slums make Lowtown look pleasant in comparison. The foul miasma known as choke damp clogs and swells in every corner of the Darktown, creating a poisonous mist. Its sewers are a dangerous place. The walls are damp, slick, and coated with phosphorescent lichen. The sewer is a maze, and one foolish enough to enter is not likely to be heard from again. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. So I guess they never tried the string method. Okay, to find their way back. Either that or there's some wise guy at the other end just snipping the string.
Ferelden's, Free Marchers, all Shems are the same down here.
Everybody's the same down here. You're all as desperate as each other, but okay. The Tevinter Imperium. For good or ill, the Imperium has put its stamp on Thedas forever. The old Imperial Highway is still in use across most of Thedas. The ruins of Tevinter fortresses and centres of magical study still litter our landscape, long after the glory of the Imperium dimmed. But the influence of that ancient empire goes deeper than this. Without Tevinter, there would have been no Blights, no Andraste, no Chantry. Every aspect of our world would be altered. The might and majesty of the Imperium may have faded, but it still makes its presence known, even in the most distant corners of Thedas. Every child has been brought up on stories of Tevinter as it is now, a decadent nation ruled by the Archon and his court of magisters, great and no doubt corrupt mage lords. Their chantry a mockery of our own, their black divine a man chosen from the ranks of the Minthrathus circle of magi, the Maker's most hallowed law. Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him, perverted. Mages in the Imperium say their most sacred duty is to serve man, and they serve best by wielding political power. And the worst, that which blessed Andraste must weep to see, all of it is built on the foundation of slavery. While most nations forbid the buying and selling of slaves within their own borders, nearly everyone ships her people to the Imperium for sale, skirting the prohibitions against such atrocities and feeding the Imperium's endless hunger for bodies. To fight the Kunari, to work the mines and quarries, to build the palaces of the Magisters, to sweep the crumbling streets and turn the middens, and serve at the whim of their mage overseers. From Black City, Black Divine, a study of the Tevinter Imperium by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Well, so nearly everyone ships their people to the Imperium for sale. Yeah, so they can get their money and skirt the anti-slavery laws. That's very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. I mean, it's not that much of a surprise. They are basically keeping the elves as a slave race everywhere. Oh, Andrastianism. Oh dear. Okay, where am I going? Where am I going, actually? Right, okay, the only way left, up here. We're going over here.
Never knew humans could be this poor.
Anything down here? No, nothing down here. But this is where Anders is and where the entrance to the ML cellars are. Brilliant, okay. Well, let's just get straight into to Anders, I think. Okay. Lovely, lovely. I'm glad that's working.
I have made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
Oh, we're not threatening it. We are not threatening it. I'm glad that works. Okay, so this is the first example of what I'm hoping to do with this series, and my mod list as well. Most of the companions, other than Aveline and Varric, of course, are going to change throughout the years. So they're going to have different hairstyles and different armors. Right now, whilst he's in his home base, Anders is going to be wearing the Avalak armor without wrist guards. Because I thought it made more sense, since he is a healer and is in his home area, that he would essentially roll up his sleeves. Or at least not wear the arm guards. But as soon as we take him outside of this area, when we're taking him on quests, then he will wear Avalak's robes with wrist guards. So I just wanted to make it feel like he's actually getting dressed up or down, depending on where he is. It's one of the few people who can actually do that, though. I might be able to do something similar with Fenris. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we mean him no harm. We're going to be diplomatic. We didn't come here to start a fight. We just came here for information.
I'm just here to talk.
We're interested in getting into the deep roads. Rumor has it you were a warden. Do you know a way?
Did the warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat. Poor Sir Pouncelot. He hated the deep roads.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He had to hide in your pack all the time, didn't he? Of course he hated the deep roads. Nowhere for a growing kiddie to run free. But he was with Anders, so I'm sure he was happy. I'm sure he was happy. Okay, let's investigate then. Sure, let's ask about Sir Pouncelot. He's mentioned the cat by name, and that does seem to derail thoughts quite easily. And I'm blown away by the fact that he brought a cat down into the deep roads, so yeah, let's ask about that.
You had a cat named Sir Pouncelot in the deep roads?
He was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood too. The blighted warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
I really don't understand where they were going with this. Why would they say that it was making him too soft to have a cat? That's completely ridiculous. I know they needed a reason for Anders to leave the Wardens. Especially after the slideshow saying that he thought of the Wardens in Amaranthine as home. But that makes no sense whatsoever. I figure since the hero Ferelden doesn't have to stay in Amaranthine once you've saved it. You know, you can go and do other things after that, and Laurel, my warden, would have been travelling with Zevran. It was in her slide that she left to go travelling with Zevran. So it's likely that it's whoever they got to replace Laurel at Amaranthine decided that they didn't like Anders and they were going to make his life hard, and that's why they took the cat away, because it really it doesn't make sense. The Wardens would say that having a cat makes you soft. That's ridiculous. That's a very personal slight and kind of just bullying, really. It's just bullying. Owning a cat has nothing to do with how hard or soft you are, really. So maybe they did end up with an all-Legion Warden Commander at Amaranthine. Just later on. And they caused problems. Okay. Well, let's ask him what he's doing here then.
So you came to Kirkwall just to escape the Wardens?
You say that like it's a small thing. Yes. I'm here because there's no Warden outpost, no Darkspawn, and a whole host of refugees to blend in with. And some reasons of my own.
Okay. And yeah, let's ask, can people leave the Wardens? So that seems a little bit unbelievable that they can just do that.
I've always heard that joining the Wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the Darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the Archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
Nice. Although it's really only the player that would know about the plagued by nightmares of the Archdemon part. Most random people just would not know that. The Wardens are still a very secretive order after all. He is being very forthcoming. Okay, well then. I could try and buy his information, but I definitely don't have enough money. Absolutely not. So, yeah, I need his help, so let's just ask for that.
I'm part of an expedition into the deep roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted deep roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested. Although, a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
Yes, that does sound like a fair deal, but maybe I should just ask what the favor is, although this is our big break. we need those maps. So whatever he's asking of us, we need to do anyway. So, yeah, we'll just agree to it anyway. We'll just say yes. We need it.
Help my expedition reach the deep roads, and I'll do whatever you need.
You don't ask for my terms? What if I were asking for the Knight Commander's head on a spike?
Is that what you ask?
You decide. I have a warden map of the depths in this area, but there's a price. I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend, a mage, a prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
Okay. Yeah, let's definitely investigate this. We don't want to go into this without asking questions, now that he's being specific. So, yeah, who is the mage? Who is he?
Tell me about your friend.
His name is Karl Thekla. He was sent here from Ferelden when Kirkwall Circle required new talent. His last letter said the Knight Commander was turning the Circle into a prison. Mages are locked in their cells, refused appearances at court, made tranquil for the slightest crimes. I told him I would come.
Okay. Now that is very interesting. His last letter has said all of this, so it wasn't like this before his last letter. Of course, I don't know when his last letter was, but it can't have been that long ago. Which means it's been a very quick turnaround on the treatment of mages, really. Suddenly, they're not being allowed to go to court, and they're being made tranquil for the slightest crimes. That was not happening before he sent that letter. So the Kirkwall Circle of Magi is not, or wasn't when we first arrived, a truly terrible place to be. It's only becoming that now. Okay. That's interesting. Because Meredith's been in charge a very long time. And this is before she gets her hands on the idol, so... But you know who else did just arrive in this place? Cullen. Cullen was transferred to the Kirkwall Circle not long ago. Okay, yeah, let's ask about that. That is surprising. It is surprising.
Are these accusations true?
Ask any mage in Kirkwall. Over a dozen were made tranquil just this year. The more people you ask, the worse the rumors become.
So yeah, just in this last year, while we were paying off our debt to enter the city, conditions in the city were becoming worse and worse. Well, I suppose Cullen is off the hook then. If things had been going bad for the entire year, then he couldn't have been contributing to it at the beginning. He couldn't have been. Because he would have been still at Kinloch Hold during that, at least the beginning of the year. It was a strange coincidence, but it actually doesn't line up, so yeah, Cullen is off the hook there. Okay. How did the Templars find out about this? Yeah.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Karl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
Okay, easy to see why he's scared then. There's really only two reasons why the letters would have stopped coming. One, he's dead. Two, he's tranquil. Any other reason wouldn't have mattered because they were already going through an intermediary. Illicitly. So, yeah, even if they'd cracked down on messages going in and out of the circle, that they would still have been able to use that intermediary. And I imagine that would have been the first person he would have looked into when he got here, so we know it's not likely that the intermediary is the one who disappeared. Of course, we also know what's actually happened, but Hawke doesn't, and we're trying to work through this as Hawke, so... Sure. Is your intention to help him escape the circle?
You want to make your friend an apostate?
That's such a weighted term. Yes, Andraste said magic should serve man, not rule him. But I've yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything. It goes against no will of the Maker for mages to live as free as other men.
Baroness in Black Mash. Lying your little heart out now, Anders. Okay. Now, I do think that mages need their freedom. I do also think that it's controversial. I don't think they need to be contained. So it's got to be one of those two. Yeah, I mean, Molly has lived her entire life as an apostate. She's been more free than most mages. And she's never had any problems. Bethany never had any problems, and as far as we know, her father never had any problems. So, the problem in their mind would be the Templars. Yeah. So, let's just go with number one. They need the freedom, definitely. That would absolutely be something she would believe in, because it's how she's been raised.
Forcing mages into servitude is not the way to prevent the rise of another Imperium.
That's not usually the response I get. Perhaps we will work together better than I expected.
Maybe. 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 So, yeah, how did the Templars find out then?
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with
God
Carl
damn it.
through a maidservant in the gallows.
I think I've already done this one.
Then the letters stopped coming.
Yeah, they did. Alright. Did I really go through all of those options? Have I asked what his plan is then? Let's try it.
How do you plan to break him out of the gallows?
I'm hoping it won't come to that.
Yeah, there we go.
I sent Carl a message to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Maker willing, he'll be there, alone. But if there are Templars with him, I swear I'll free him from them, whatever the cost.
Okay, okay. I'd like to say I help all my fellow mages, but... I'm not sure about revealing myself to the Templars. I don't really want to reveal myself to the Templars, so... I think I'm gonna have to go with a middle response here. Yeah. You really want to fight the Templars, do you? So that is surprising from someone who's hiding.
I'm not sure about attacking Templars. I might rather take my chances with the Darkspawn.
If we fight the Templars, it is because they decide that anyone who befriends a mage deserves death without questioning.
Doesn't fighting them prove their point? They don't need more reasons to hunt us.
These are my terms. If you want my aid with your expedition, meet me in the Chantry tonight. I have sent word to Carl to be there. Maker willing, we will all leave free men.
Yeah, well, Maker willing, I suppose. Okay. No change either. No change in how Carver thinks of me, which is interesting. Okay, Tranquility. Go to the Chantry in Hightown at night to help Anders smuggle his friend Carl out of the circle. Well, we will do that. We will do that at some point. Yeah, I think I will leave that quest until the next time I'm on here so that I can quickly switch out what outfit he should be wearing so that he can have the wrist guards on when we go to fight. Yeah, because I will have to close down the game and restart it once I've put the other outfit in. So, no point in doing that right now. But we do have other quests to do, so that's not a problem. History of Kirkwall, Chapter 4. Is that all that's in here? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. The Threnhold family assumed its foreboding control of the city at the very onset of the Dragon Age, less than a week after Marek Theron retook the Ferelden throne from Olay. Since this was followed by a civil war in Antiva, the much-maligned Three Queens era, and a coup in the Tevinter Imperium, many thought that the Dragon Age would bring devastating change. Perhaps this was a hasty estimate, but it was true for Kirkwall. Viscount Chivalry Threnhold was a vicious thug, oh gosh, who took power through a campaign of intimidation, and his son Perrin, who succeeded him in 914 Dragon, was even worse. A thug called Chivalry. Nice. Okay. Taxes were crippling, and Perrin Threnhold used the ancient chains extending from the Twins standing at Kirkwall's harbour, unused since the new Exalted Marchers, to block sea traffic and charge exorbitant fees from Orlesian ships. The Empire threatened invasion following the closure of the Waking Sea Passage, and for the first time the Chantry used the Templars to pressure the Viscount. Until that point, the Templars had done nothing to counter the Threnholds, even though, as the largest armed force in Kirkwall, they could have. Knight Commander Galleon's only written comment was in a letter to Divine Beatrix III. "It is not our place to interfere in political affairs. We are here to safeguard the city against magic, not against itself." The Divine, as a friend of the Emperor, clearly had other ideas. In response, Viscount Perrin hired a mercenary army, forcing a showdown with the Templars. They stormed the gallows and hung Knight Commander Galleon, igniting a series of battles that ended with Perrin's arrest and the last of his family's rule. The Templars were hailed as heroes, and even though they had wished to remain out of Kirkwall's affairs, it was now forced upon them. Knight Commander Meredith appointed Lord Marlowe Dumar as the new Viscount in 921 Dragon, and she has remained influential in the city's rule ever since. From Kirkwall, the City of Chains, by Brother Genitive, 924 Dragon. Okay, so whoever this Knight Commander Galleon was, Meredith would have known him. She would have known him. So it makes sense why she has so much control over the new Viscount then. And such a tight grip. The Templars were attacked before. Someone she probably knew was hung, and they had to fight back against an entire mercenary army. It makes sense that Meredith would be intense following that. It does make sense. Okay. The fact that they've let her continue to have that chokehold, though, I'm not sure if that would suggest that the city doesn't trust the Viscount themselves? Or maybe that they're afraid of antagonizing the Templars. Maybe they're just afraid of them. Maybe they don't know what to do. Who knows? It's interesting. That is interesting. And unfortunate for everybody, I guess. So, what do we want to do now? We do have the cellar. I'm not sure if I want to do the estate right now, though. I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. We'll leave Tranquility until nighttime. We need to meet Anso at night as well, so we'll save that and Anders' quest for doing at the same time at night. That should be fine. Then we need to do Aveline's quest. We also need to get up there to keep a Merithari. Well, we can go back to the Chantry and give in the remains of Sister Plinth. Why not? Let's just do that. Okay.
So, Carver, have you thought about what you'll do if your expedition doesn't pay off?
This is our only chance, and you know it.
You're so damned proud you couldn't pick up a trade.
And who would take a Ferelden apprentice? Maybe in another year I could work my way up to Piss Boy.
Fine, let's crawl down some holes. Good bloody luck for your sake.
Aveline, he did try to get into the guard. Okay, Brother Plinth, the archivist.
Did you misplace this?
Did you misplace it?
Spirit, I never thought I'd see that again. Thank you.
What? You didn't think you'd see the remains of... Okay. Sure. The dark places of Kirkwall are still dark. Okay. It's just a really weird thing to say. Okay, well, you know what? I think I will leave it here. And next episode, we'll be going for the nighttime quests. So we'll be coming back here to the Chantry for Anders, and then going to meet Anso in Lowtown. Make it seem like we're spreading these quests out over more than just one day, rather than doing them all at one time. Okay. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. I upload 5 videos a week, so hit the bell for notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.